Let's talk about how to stay organized. You're applying for these different roles. Sometimes it's a lot. Maybe you've only picked a handful, but either way, you have to find ways that you can stay organized. A couple ways that you can do this. I'd choose one. I wouldn't try to do three different ways because then it just gets messy. So find one way that works for you and stick with it. So one way to do it. Going back to again this Apollo extension. So one of the things that you can be able to do is utilize this as one of the ways that you can be able to stay organized, kind of like your own personal CRM. So one of the things that you can see here, adding some different people that I've already looked at, I can be able to add to a list. Now I can choose to be able to have a list that I've already created or create a new one. In this case, I already have a job hunt list, so I can be able to move each of those individuals to that list. Okay, so where do I find them? This is where you do need to have a login to your Apollo, so not just the extension, but be able to actually log in. And if you go to this search button, there's this thing called lists. This is a way that you can be able to then look at and see anybody that's been added to your list. Let's update this and see if that's anybody's been added there. It doesn't look like those two have come in quite yet. It should be there shortly. So, but this is a quick way. Now, the thing with it is, well, what do I do now? That's just the list. This then gives you the ability to, you can make notes on that specific person. So you can be able to, and you can be able to see if your Apollo is connected to your email. You can also see what kind of email information has gone back and forth. So is an easy way to be able to use a system already that is there to be able to push information that you can then go find. The other option, again, I'd say choose one, not multiple. Now you could push people to Apollo and just for fun, but this is a way that you could be able to use. I am going to give you a copy of this template so you could be able to use it, but just a way to be able to get all the information. Which company am I applying to? What's their website? A LinkedIn URL to that company. Again, so you can be able to look at it quickly. What's the name of the title that you applied for? Your application date, where you applied. Was it through the website, LinkedIn? So you can again refer, hey, applied on LinkedIn. You can be able to know where you went for that. Hiring manager. Did you find one that was listed? Is there somebody additional? So you can be able to put that in, the person's URL, their email address, and then also some notes for you. And what's your next step? So it's not just like, hey, this was a great role, really liked it. What's your game plan? Are you going to follow up with them? If so, when are you going to do it? And what are you going to do next? So an easy way to just keep yourself organized. I get there's kind of a lot of information here, but this will make it time saver and not let something slip through the cracks. Okay. So that's keeping organized with all of the different roles and different companies you're applying to.